Hello, it's Christmas and welcome to Iron Port. We have to wish all of you Merry Christmas, belated though, as well as a very prosperous new year in which we are, the year 2018. We say, may God bless all of us and let the various desires of our hearts definitely come to pass, so that a year by now we will all meet again, be smiling and enjoying together. We have to say a big thank you to all our sponsors in this new year. We say a big happy new year and prosperous new year to Ghana Oil Company Limited, GCNet. Also, West Blue Consulting for all your support. All the people who also watch this program, particularly our ardent viewers. Honorable Titles Glover, you are one of those who watch these programs without end. Dr. Ekospio Gabra, you're also one of them. Also, Nana Kunedu Ajiman Rollins, Her Excellency, the mother of our country. She's been, all of us, our mother. Mommy, we always appreciate you watching the program. Folks, a lot of things are happening in this week, particularly regarding the festive season. We'll be bringing all of that to you. But before then, as the year 2017 comes to an end, the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority has engaged the top-notch within the media industry to find out about what the authority can do to improve itself. Because as you know, if the ports grows, the country grows. Lots of revenue come out of the port, and so there's a lot of attention in the port, and the Port Authority recognizes this. So they always engage the media to find out what they are doing right, what they can do better, all in the name of improving and developing our country, Ghana. This year, that engagement has taken place. Listen in. The role of journalists and journalism in building a nation, and specifically institutions, cannot be overemphasized. Every institution or establishment requires the input of the journalist to disseminate information to both the external and internal public of that establishment, be it companies or a nation at large. It is for these reasons that Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority annually engage senior journalists and editors of all relevant media houses in Ghana to interact, inform and expose the authority to scrutiny by the top journalists in order to deepen transparency in doing business at the ports. This year, the gathering witnessed senior journalists and editors including Randy Abe, Kwesi Pratt Jr., reigning journalist of the year Kwame Sefakai, Managing Director of Graphic Communications Ransford Tete, Ebo Kwansa, Alhaji Bature Idrisu, Kwabena Kwache, David Agbenu, Alhaji Gomda, Fortune Alimi, Peter Serenye, Eric Ahianyo, Nanaba Namwa, and Samson Ladi Ayinene. Also present were Nanaya Kunedu, Ken Kranche, Larry Dogbe, Richard Delaskai, Vivian Kai, Israel Lai, Evans Mensa, Umaru Sanda, Kweku Temeng, Inshirado, Abdul Mumin, Manasseh Awuni Azuri, Yawobe Menu, and a host of others. The Director General of the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, Paul Asariansa, engaged the senior editors and thanked them for their support for the year 2017, and also spelled out his vision for the authority in the year 2018. The interaction was also used to solicit support from the senior journalists who are noted for enhancing the quality of public debate and shaping public opinion about organizations by providing facts and figures. Paul Asariansa said even though the year 2017 has been challenging, measures were put in place to empower Ghanaians to effectively participate in port development. Paul Ansa also said the Port Authority is committed to getting an alternative source of funding port infrastructure without government sovereign guarantee and foreign aids.
If we lose our guard, everything will go into foreign hands. It is happening along the West African sub-region. Almost in every port, container terminals are monopolized by European companies. But we are determined to ensure effective participation of Ghanaians.
He said by the end of 2018, the ports will have a fully completed automation processes. Whilst proceeding with the ongoing TEMA port expansion project, Paul Ansa said the authority will also diversify its operations.
We are going to see more drive, more promotion into the transit and transshipment business. We are going to introduce the feeder services. We are expanding the ports, but we are not just expanding the ports to increase imports, but we are expanding the ports to create the capacity that is required to accelerate or to accommodate any acceleration in the export sector.
The senior editors and journalists also raised issues on how to improve the port business in Ghana.
Did you truncate a concluded process? Because there were also documentations from the finance ministry and the previous government that showed that the process had been consummated.
You made mention of the modern hospital you've built. I know TEMA General Hospital has had problems, and TEMA Port being one of the efficient ports we have in Ghana or within the sub-region, I would have thought that you would have made some direct investment to improve the facility.
How come a group of people were constructing a harbour that GPHA did not know?
GPHA does not have prosecutorial powers. We don't have the power to prosecute. We had the power to stop what they were doing because they were infringing on our mandate. But the rest is in the hands of national security and the BNI and the local.
The journalist commended the Director General's efforts in transforming Ghana's ports and for recognizing the media as an important stakeholder in institutional and nation building. So the Director General Port Authority and his lieutenants engaging the cream de la cream in the Ghanaian media industry. Next up, lots of activities. The festive season brought them all, happened in the past week. Take a listen. The Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority has held its annual Thanksgiving service to appreciate the goodness of the Lord for success chalked by the authority in the year 2017. The Thanksgiving brought together staff of the Port Authority as well as representatives from several other stakeholder companies who operate in the port and maritime industry. Staff sang and danced to show appreciation to God for how far He has brought the Port Authority. In an address, the Director General of Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, Paul Asarinsa, said the takeover of the TEMA dry dock by GPHA sparked international confidence, leading to vessels queuing to undertake repair works.
The first check we signed was 13 million Ghana cedis to buy equipment, reorganize the management, and make sure that the facility is kept afloat until we're able to strike the kind of partnership that will help move the facility to another level.
He said the International Maritime Hospital will start operation fully in 2018, adding the Port Authority will activate its business promotion and capture more traffic from the transit trade in the year 2018.
We thought of a way, a financing model for our development in future that will empower us as an independent authority to leverage respectable shareholding structures with our private partners.
Paul Asariansan revealed that a cruise passenger terminal on Greenwich Meridian would be built to harness the benefits that come with Ghana being the center of the world.
Where we will have a very high tower symbolizing the center of the world. TEMA is the closest city to the center of the world on longitude 0 degrees and latitude 5.4 degrees.
Director of TEMA Port, Edward Osei, also charged the workforce to put in their best in the discharge of their duties.
We appreciate all your hard work and support that you've given us this year, and we hope it will continue for the forthcoming year.
Reverend Dr. Robert Ampia Kofi charged staff of Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority to always be grateful to God for His mercies and kindness.
Truly speaking, God is the giver of every good and perfect gift. It cometh down from above, from the Father of lights, in whom there is no variableness nor shadow of turning. Management of the fishing harbour have celebrated the year 2017 with an appreciation to God on behalf of staff and management and prayed for a fruitful 2018. The event was also used by management of the fishing harbour to share their vision for the year 2018 to staff.
It emerged that vessels called to the TEMA Fishing Harbour increased in the third quarter of 2017 to 180 compared to the third quarter in 2016, which was 178.
So this is an indication that we have worked very, very well at the fishing harbour. That's why we want to appreciate you for doing a very, very good job.
The General Manager of TEMA Fishing Harbour, Kumie J. Sam, charged the staff to continue to work hard in 2018 as management commits itself to transform the fishing harbour into a more viable venture. Meanwhile, the TEMA Shipyard has also held its end-of-year Thanksgiving for its management and staff to inspire hope for the future. The Chief Executive Officer of the TEMA Shipyard, Captain Kwesi Micah, said the year 2017 has seen increased business at the shipyard.
The shipyard has already successfully undergone the initial stages of process fine-tuning, implementation of occupational health and safety, waste management, air quality management, water reuse plan, among others. The target to get full certification by the second quarter of 2018 is very much on course.
Dedicated retirees for the year 2017 were honored for their immense contribution to the improvement of the shipyard. In a related development, the GPHA Tourist Club has held its end-of-year Thanksgiving and Review celebrations of the year 2017. The Tourist Club in the year 2017 organized several engagements to promote the tourism potentials of Ghana's ports. Mercy Akono, president of Ghana Tourist Club, charged members to remain committed to the association. In a related development, children of the staff of Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority and others working within the port and maritime industry have been treated to a healthy dose of family fun, good music, food and wide variety of games and activities. The event provided a perfect opportunity for some parents to spend quality time with their kids, renew and foster close family ties. It also provided a perfect platform for families to interact and make new friends. The children were presented games like musical chairs, dancing competition, rap competition and a host of others. Educational materials were also distributed to the children to aid them in their studies. The GPHA Choir, as part of the celebration of its 30 years anniversary, has organized a choral event dubbed Time with a Composer to use music as a spiritual tool for industrial peace and productivity. The event was attended by members of the port community and other choir groups who sang to give praise to God Almighty. Ion Port returns right after the break. Stay with us.
Hello.
Good morning, this is Samantha Wendy. I am sending a purchase order from SHIPYARD Ventures International. Our policy for new supplies is 2 containers to start with, but you must deliver within 30 days.
Don't worry at all. I'm going to get you the 4 containers within 30 days or less. Bye.
To get his pineapple slices from his country to his clients overseas, Mr. Appiah and his representatives have to complete a number of regulatory compliance procedures to various international trade stakeholders.
Hey, Baba, what's going on? Get it right? I mean, how? Hey.
Using single window, Mr. Appiah has completed all his international trade procedures through one portal. He has registered his company information, applied for the necessary permit, certificates and licenses, and all that remains is for him to get a text alert for clearance and movement of goods. And that's how simple facilitating international trade could be in a single window environment. You can offer competitive services to your trading partners in China, America, even here in a simpler, faster and cost-effective way. Single window, the only way to Ghana's economic growth is in our hands.
When cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing or polishing, make sure the engine is also sound. Servicing your vehicle with Gold Synthetic Oil and any quality Goil oil massages the engine, removes deposit, protects it from wear and tear for longer lasting performance, and makes your vehicle feel pampered. Made for diesel and super engines. Remember, after every 15,000 kilometers of enjoying your ride, service your engine with Goil Synthetic Oil.
We're a champion. That's why I, Azuma Nelson, 3 times world boxing champion and a patriot, always choose Goil.
Ashene Pankasa. Goil, good energy.
Welcome back from the break. News and activities in the port and maritime industry next. In a bid to help reduce maternal mortality and give mothers a decent place for delivery in the new NINGO district, the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority has partnered the Junior Conference of St. Vincent de Paul Society of TEMA to refurbish a maternity unit of the new NINGO Community Health Planning Service compound. In a handing over ceremony, the District Director of Health Services, NINGO Prampram, Gifty Oforiansa, said the NINGO Community Health Planning Services has been running several years without a maternity unit, and therefore the gesture will bring new era of better maternal health services to the people of NINGO.
Some women come here and we have to refer them to other facilities because we don't have these facilities here. And so what you have done really is something very significant for us, and we are grateful to you.
The indigents of NINGO, a fishing and farming community in the NINGO Prampram district of the Greater Accra region, lack better health facilities. That notwithstanding, the only community health planning services compound has been in deplorable state since its establishment. It is against this backdrop that the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority partnered the Junior Conference of St. Vincent de Paul Society of TEMA to refurbish a maternity unit of the new NINGO Community Health Planning Services compound. The chairperson of the project, Hilda Abalium, said the Junior Conference of St. Vincent de Paul Society over the years have shown commitment in doing projects that seek to transform communities and bring relief to people.
When we came here, we saw that they needed help. There were benches with mattresses on serving as place of rest for people that were not in good condition. So we were touched by this move, and then we started to seek out sponsorship to put this facility in the state that it is now. And we just want to thank Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, Speedline Steve Doran, and all our benefactors, including the Society of St. Vincent de Paul Junior Conference, Good Shepherd Catholic Church.
The Senior Staff Union of Goil, which is the leading oil marketing company in Ghana, has donated food items including bags of rice, bags of sugar, boxes of soap, gallons of oil, assorted crates of mineral, crates of eggs, toiletries, bucket of paints, among other items to the patients of Accra Psychiatric Hospital. According to the Senior Staff Association of Goil, the gesture forms part of their corporate social responsibilities considering the challenges confronting the hospital and the need to put smiles on the faces of the patients during the festive season.
It's always been the government's duty, but we as citizens, what do we do to support such cause? It is in view of this that Goil have decided to donate this to you, so that it will help you to also take good care of our inmates here. Like I said, there is no fault of theirs. They just happen to be here, and it could have happened to any of us here.
I want to assure you that all these items that you have donated would go into the care of the patients, and none will be diverted anywhere.
Following the recent refurbishment of the Takoradi Fishing Harbour, management of the Port of Takoradi, as well as the Japanese contractors who refurbished the harbour, have updated stakeholders of the fishing harbour to update on the $70 million grant from Japan to upgrade the Takoradi Fishing Harbour. The project is 92% complete, with the lay-by wharf and access roads handed over. The new changes include a reservation area for vessels to discharge their fishes, receive fuel, and other items needed for fishing, and mend their nets. There was general satisfaction among fishermen and fishmongers on the works done so far.
Says ya fishing harbour wa chiche. Baby oide ubia oye ne djuma wo. Nti insha funu de baby oide woje wo yi won nam wo. Kanu fu baby oide wo yi won nam wo. baby or there what the net to or there yes ma obiazi nyama inshisha wado to honodo.
Chairman of the Ghana Inshore Fishermen Association, Francis Kwesi Eshan, lauded the Japanese government and GPHA for the positive collaboration.
Black Ivy Group, a company that builds and grows logistics and infrastructure solutions for emerging economies and businesses, has commissioned West Park at Yabiu Free Zone Enclave to attract large multinational companies into the enclave to produce goods both for the domestic and international market. The West Park, when completed, will enable the Port of Takoradi to facilitate raw material imports and finished goods exports. The Minister of Trade and Industry, Alan Tremanting, said the significant improvements in the Port of Takoradi is attracting a lot of investments there.
Many of these companies that I'm talking about are leading companies in the world. They have opportunities outside Africa. So for them even to consider that it is worthy to make a decision to come and invest in this park, I think they need a big round of applause.
The Marketing and Corporate Affairs Manager at Takoradi Port, Peter Amubidiakon, said a total land area of 406 acres has been acquired 25 kilometers from the Port of Takoradi to ensure the success of the project.
Companies, Kuf from France, Bosch, and the largest textile manufacturing company from South Korea, all to be sited in the enclave. It is good for us. I'm told by the CEO that it is going to be linked to the port by rail. So for the Takoradi port, I think it is an exciting day for us.
The managing director of Black Ivy Group, Jean-Louis, pledged their commitment to attract more investment to the Takoradi port.
We look forward to working very closely with the Port of Takoradi because the chief reason that companies are locating in this region is because of the major investments and significant improvements that have happened at the Port of Takoradi.
Meanwhile, officials from Black Ivy and officials from North have visited the Port of Takoradi to acquaint themselves with facilities and operations. Leader of the delegation, Isabel Corina North, expressed their desire to be present in Ghana and be located in the Yabiu Free Zones Enclave, being developed by the Black Ivy Group. She was satisfied with the developmental project and operations after touring the Port of Takoradi. Even though Ghana has made some progress in introducing the pre-arrival system in the clearance of goods at the ports and borders, an international trade and customs expert is urging Ghana to expedite the release of goods through the pre-arrival processing systems in accordance with global best practices. Speaking at an implementation planning workshop organized by the Global Alliance for Trade Facilitation and the International Chamber of Commerce Ghana, Diadma Jost emphasized that the current release time is not according to global best practices, hence the need for government to make further improvement into the process to reduce the bureaucracies accompanying the clearance chain.
In international trade supply chains, time is of essence. Time means cost. So if we can reduce the time that it takes to import goods into Ghana, you reduce the cost for the importers and the exporters. It will ensure and increase the competitiveness of Ghana industry. But still, the current release time is certainly not according to global best practice.
The international trade and customs expert also urged border agencies to introduce trainings and procedures that allow the submission and completion formalities prior to the arrival of goods.
Why it is so important to reduce the release time of goods, and pre-arrival processing is a critical component and process for that. And border agencies are required and are the key stakeholders that have to improve and simplify their procedure.
Nyamebefi, chairman of the National Trade Facilitation Committee, said implementing trade facilitation measures in the World Trade Organization agreement will go a long way to reduce cost in the clearance of goods from Ghana's ports.
That about 70% of the goods that will be cleared now will go through the green channel. That is, there will not be any inspection, and only 10% may be picked at random to actually do some cursory check on them. But with the enhanced BRICS management and then the enhanced e-payment, we expect that revenue will be enhanced and it will attract a lot of foreign direct investors.
Stakeholders shared ideas in the area of international trade facilitation to improve Ghana's situation.
The International Maritime Hospital, a subsidiary of Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, has hosted private healthcare providers from the TEMA metropolis for a walkthrough of their facility. Dr. Bernard Boateng-Dua, head of medical services, said the walkthrough was an introduction into the services to be provided by the hospital. The guests were taken through the wards, the theatres, the imaging department, the MRI unit, the dialysis centre, and the available mortuary facility. With the aid of video presentations, the guests were apprised with the state-of-the-art services available to patients at the Maritime Hospital. In an interview, Dr. Bernard Boateng-Dua disclosed that the provision of the hospital will relieve patients from long travels in search of quality health care.
And already some of them have expressed interest in getting their staff here, their patients here, and also even to buy oxygen, which they saw it being produced when they were here.
He assured that in addition to the ultra-modern facility, specialist consultants will be contracted to cater for the health needs of patients.
That this facility, being a tertiary referral hospital, would have visiting consultants to do all the complex surgeries that they would rather have referred patients to Accra or sometimes even outside the country. Because we'll be having neurosurgeons who will be coming to do neurosurgery. We'll be having orthopedic and trauma specialists who will be coming to do all those specialized surgeries here. What is even important is that we also do offer minimal invasive surgeries.
Dr. Ye-Chan, family physician specialist, also indicated that the hospital has employed highly environmentally friendly methods of waste disposal worth replicating nationwide.
We are environmental friendly because we have an environmental friendly waste disposal system which we would like other facilities to buy into. You can bring your waste for disposal, and this helps save the environment. We do not burn to release smoke into the environment.
Hello. Good morning. This is Samantha Wendy. I am sending a purchase order from SHIPYARD Ventures International. Our policy for new supplies is 2 containers to start with, but you must deliver within 30 days.
Don't worry at all. I'm going to get you the 4 containers within 30 days or less. Bye.
To get his pineapple slices from his country to his clients overseas, Mr. Appiah and his representatives have to complete a number of regulatory compliance procedures to various international trade stakeholders.
Hey, Baba, what's going on? Get it right? I mean, how?
Using single window, Mr. Appiah has completed all his international trade procedures through one portal. He has registered his company information, applied for the necessary permit, certificates and licenses, and all that remains is for him to get a text alert for clearance and movement of goods. And that's how simple facilitating international trade could be in a single window environment. You can offer competitive services to your trading partners in China, America, even here in a simpler, faster, and cost-effective way. Single window. The only way to Ghana's economic growth is in our hands.
When cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing, or polishing, make sure the engine is also sound. Servicing your vehicle with Gold Synthetic Oil and any quality Gold Oil massages the engine, removes deposit, protects it from wear and tear for longer lasting performance, and makes your vehicle feel pampered. Made for diesel and super engines. Remember, after every 15,000 kilometers of enjoying your ride, service your engine with Gold Synthetic Oil.
We are a champion. That's why I, Azuma Nelson, 3 times world boxing champion and a patriot, always choose Goil.
Ashene Pankasa. Goil, good energy.
Schedules of vessels that are sitting in the port during this New Year season, those at anchorage, those expected in the coming week, plus the Bank of Ghana exchange rate for this week. Next. that should be it for this New Year edition of Iron Pod. We appreciate all the time you spent with us in the year 2017, and we hope that you can stay with us in the year 2018, because in 2018 we expect to reap the full benefit of the paperless system. Also, the Director General of the Port Authority has talked to us about the transit trade is going to improve. Also, a lot of development in the port. All the other agencies, what they are doing will only happen on Iron Port. Better times ahead. We thank our sponsors for sticking with us, and a lot more coming on board. Thank you for watching the program. Also, thanks a lot to the crew that I have worked with throughout the entire period. These guys make the program happen. I just come and show face. The rest of them make the program happen. And the key ones who help us all the time: Joe Lavore, the editor behind all the works, the artwork, the fine things that you see. Also, Robert Nyanchechi, the senior cameraman, Godwin Kabute, Solomon Anderson, Joe Bone, or Joe Apia, as you may want to call him. All the service folks who have joined us, some coming from the Maritime University, NAFTI, all of them joining us and making this program a success so far. All the stakeholder agencies who always encourage us to continue to do this, we say a big thank you to you. And above all, I have to say a big thank you to the executive producers who always guide us bits and pieces, because folks, the port industry is very deep. If you don't know, you don't mess up. So they guide us day to day, the things to talk about, the things that we have to bring to you, and all of that come from the executive producers, and we have to say a big thank you to them. Madam Abna Sewa Opokufosu, as well as Madam Esther Jebidonko. We will see you and continue to work together in the year 2018. Thanks for watching.